Good evening and welcome to another episode of Dansu and Dragons. I'm your host and game master, dungeon master, Mike Rovner. And with me today, as always, are our three players, Laura, Venus, and Erica.
Why you gotta say it like as always?
Are we changing?
I don't know.
So, no.
Do you want to?
No.
Mix it up?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Cycle in some guests?
I'll just go back to what I was doing before. There we go.
Okay.
Good job.
Welcome back for another week of Dansu and Dragons.
Yay!
We are going to do an actual play tabletop RPG show using Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition under the fan content policy. And we're just going to get into it. When last we left our band of heroes, they were taking a respite in the gnome village of Breena's Root, hidden in the feywild counterpart of the Lowwood in its northern reaches.
Yeah, how about that?
Yep.
How about that?
We're
Gnome Town.
When last we left the party, they were in the parlor of the home of Gita Jewel Souls, played by Laura. Gita Jewel Souls' surprisingly well-off family.
Gita Lundor. Nerd.
Awful. I got it legally changed.
Okay.
And while Aembron was distracted by the plethora of rare or interesting books upon the shelves in a variety of languages.
Most of which I can read.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
Aembron, played by Venus. Eris Briarwood, of the Briarwoods, played by Erica.
She from Queens, y'all.
You live in Briarwood Manor.
Had asked Gita's brother, whom the party has now met, Fibblestib, to show her to the guest room with a certain volume of suggestiveness. With a certain volume of suggestive language.
I'm sorry, that's your brother.
Or inflection. So, we return to the party in progress with a much shorter recap than last time. As we find ourselves in the main hall of the giant manor tree of the Lundor family. As Fibblestib leads Eris up the rather low-headed staircase towards one of the guest rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Tiny.
Are you even gonna fit on the bed?
Maybe I can pull 2 beds together, or 3 beds together, and like spread out.
You know, take like the whole floor. Oh.
What you imagine when he eventually leads you down a hallway after on a flight the stairs come to, you think you're coming out onto one of those massive tree branches from the tree, as the ceiling is actually a little bit lower here. Apologies, the guest rooms, I apologize for the tight quarters. He offers.
Yeah.
And opens a small door and shows you a room with a few beds.
A few.
I feel like there's 3 beds in this room.
Yeah, they're rich and they got a guest room, so
Okay.
they're gonna have a lot of beds.
I guess I'm gonna put these together.
Oh, do you need a hand?
If you wouldn't mind.
Certainly. Fibblestib offers and helps you push 2 of the beds in position.
I'm glad I'm not here to see this right now.
I'm so glad I'm reading everything.
So it's quite the impressive story you were telling my mother earlier. What really happened?
Let me tell you. And then I
do that.
I do crazy out. Oh God, ceiling's really low.
Oh.
That's good. I actually thought you were just now.
Yeah.
Oh, perhaps
Thank you.
maybe it'll be easier for you to sit down, he offers, and he sits down as well.
I'll do that. Okay.
Or just go sit
Just
straight on
like-
the floor.
Yeah.
Like this, like.
This room is so tiny, all the things are tiny, you feel like a giant.
I do. Kind of cool. So much
Even the
power.
dude is tiny.
Okay. Yeah. And I just wildly gesture. Sorry. Everything that actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just
Tell
like,
everything? What
Yeah.
about your current
Girlfriend.
relationship, girlfriend?
yeah. So I told them all the other things.
Wow.
Jesus, you're a
You are such garbage.
God.
And
He seems legitimately impressed with his sister.
oh, so nice. That's so cute.
Well, I'm happy to hear she's doing well and finding her place in the world. And thank you for taking care of her.
Anytime. She's a nice, tiny little girl. So sweet. But,
Yes, she is, but very naive, yes?
but how did you deal with the singing? Tell me about that.
Can you just hear a faint?
Yeah.
You stop, not now.
How
Trying
I
to
deal
read.
with it, he offers. He ruffles into one of the pockets of his jerkin.
Oh.
Okay.
Grow up.
And pulls out a small tin case that he squeezes open and reveals just
Drugs.
inside a mass of
Probably.
slightly yellowed wax.
You've been collecting that?
Beeswax.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, after I use a bit of it, I dispose of it once it begins to. I just keep a little bit of beeswax to help if I need it.
I see.
I'm still used to carrying it around, as you notice. I'm glad I am. He tucks it back in. But beeswax works well. There is a seller actually in the bazaar who trades in the wax of, shall we say, enhanced bees, as well as their honey, if you're in the market for something so useful.
Bees.
Yeah. That sounds great. Maybe you could take me there tomorrow.
Okay.
What?
Oh, they were gonna be like, let's go now.
I'm tired.
I gotta rest.
I'm sleepy.
Well, certainly, if you're so interested, I can introduce you to the seller myself.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Delightful. Can I help you with anything else?
Tell me about your life. Here we go.
What can I say, he says, as he sits on the bed. He sits on the floor next to you. Son of the idle rich in a town that doesn't have much use for money.
Must be nice.
He rolls his eyes. Incredibly boring. So he just describes his own history about how he got involved in some shenanigans that resulted in an Azer, a being of elemental flame and metal, owing him a debt, so he used that to learn that Azer's trade of glassblowing. And he's been pursuing that as an art to perfect. Maybe one day he'll leave home to pursue that, but he realizes he kind of has to he's probably going to have to manage the family assets after his father passes eventually, which annoys him a little bit, but
I feel that.
he has the training to do so. But he wants to have his own hobby on the side, as it were. It's good to keep oneself busy, he muses, and notes a few of these small glass sculptures actually on the end words on the nightstands in this room that he actually has been decorating the guest room with some of his works.
Ooh.
And he picks up small glass sculptures of various magical creatures.
Cute.
Are they good?
They're good, they're detailed, and they're very colorful.
Really nice. Which one's your favorite?
He thinks a moment and then says this, and he picks up a long serpent with two forearms and a great open mouth.
Okay, weird.
The lindworm,
No.
he says.
Trogdor has
We've
one
heard that
beefy
before.
arm.
You may not have heard of that specifically, but it sounds familiar. Perhaps you could look it up later.
Wait,
But offhand,
what was it called?
Lindworm.
Lindworm? Okay. Gross.
That's interesting. Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. Two forearms? So just like arms sticking out the side like that?
No,
Yeah,
like
it's a
forearms.
big
Oh,
serpent
forearms.
with two forearms.
Okay, I thought you meant like just.
No.
Okay.
Anyway.
That's a weird thing to like, but okay. That's fine.
It was a complicated piece he offers.
Okay. You are.
Was it though? Sorry, I know I'm not.
It's very it's a serpent and it's got scaling on it.
Oh, scaling.
In
Okay, 'cause I was
glass.
like, a serpent is literally just like.
It's in a pose.
Here, I made
It's curled around itself. It has teeth
Okay.
and horns and detail.
All right.
Okay.
Of course it has detail.
Oh.
It's a snake.
Whoa.
Okay. I like that.
It's only just begun.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's beautiful that you love your craft.
Well, thank
You're
you.
very good at it.
Why, thank you.
Okay. gonna sit here awkwardly
Okay.
on the floor now.
Okay. Can I
Waiting
get
for
you anything else?
No.
All right. Then I shall see you at dinner and then again tomorrow.
Okay.
He rises up,
Gross though.
gives a curt bow, and leaves the room, closing the 2 small double doors ahead of him as he steps back.
Okay, and I immediately throw myself on the bed.
Yeah, you are hanging over it.
Wait, did you push together the bed?
Yep.
Okay.
She
and
pushed
you're
2 beds
still
together.
okay.
Yeah. Very ungraceful. I'm out.
You're out.
Yep. Okay. Out like a light.
Yep.
Taking a short rest or a long rest?
What time is it now and when is dinner?
It's like you think it's the afternoon
It is hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah.
in the Feywild.
Okay, short rest.
Okay. Nap.
Nappy nap.
All right.
We'll like get rid of some of her fatigue or whatever. Her disadvantages.
Well, her rest here under these fine if small accommodations, I will say you can reduce yourself to one level of exhaustion.
Oh.
So you are no longer at speed halved, but you still have disadvantage on ability checks.
Oh boy, I should probably take a long nap.
Well, how long do you have to rest for? Long?
Yeah, like if I take a long one, when do I wake up?
A long rest is usually about 8 hours, and it's not always being unconscious, it's also just resting. You can be conscious while doing a long rest,
Okay.
as long as you're doing like light or no activity.
Okay. Long rest. I need the long rest.
Okay, so you're not going to venture out and do anything, but you'll still come down for dinner?
Oh, I really wanted to venture out.
We'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if you're starting your
Whenever
long rest
tomorrow
now,
is.
you will be awake in the middle of the night.
Actually, if it's a Feywild day, aren't they longer days?
Yeah. All right, long rest.
Okay. And you can still participate in dinner as part of the long rest, as long as
Okay.
you don't get into anything like casting spells or exerting yourself.
I won't do anything.
Okay. So
I
noted.
will be on my best behavior.
No exercise whatsoever.
I can do that.
Maybe some stretches.
Ugh.
Some light stretches that don't count as breaking your rest.
All right.
All right.
Moving right along.
The minutia of short and long rest, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
And now you know.
And knowing is that phrase is copyrighted.
Yes, it is.
I think it is.
Really?
I mean, we casually say it if we're acknowledging it, the G.I. Joe episode end quote.
Oh. If it's not copyrighted, I suggest you put it on the screen right now.
I have
Or
to do the
not.
research now. Real.
We can cut that.
Something,
Yeah.
something kind of close to it.
And knowing is 50%.
There you go!
Okay.
I love that!
I really wish I could make the joke I was telling you about
More.
earlier. Yeah.
Oh,
Any more?
man. Wait, what?
Well, now it's too late.
Wait, what? I didn't...
Nothing. Spoilers.
She wanted to tell me a joke about Infinity War, but I
Oh.
don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Because I haven't seen it. She's seen it, I haven't seen it. By the time you're watching
You've
this,
probably
all of you
seen
have
it.
seen it. I will have
I
seen
mean,
it.
I won't have seen it because I don't care,
I don't
but...
really care about spoilers right now.
And like now, I've just any popularity that I had just fell through the floor.
Why do you hate Thor?
I don't hate
Captain
Thor.
America.
Actually,
What? You hate Captain America?
I have a tremendous crush on Chris Evans. Did you not know
yeah,
this?
okay.
I mean, who doesn't?
I mean-
but
Everyone loves America.
What? I digress. Sorry.
anyway,
So,
We're not.
Embron and Gita, what are you up to in the parlor?
I'm probably still like checking out all. There's a lot of books
Oh, yeah,
around,
there's a lot of
so yeah, I'm taking those all in. Like I'm just browsing.
Well, there's so much to browse.
I know, and there's a lot that I can't reach or see from down here.
As I said, a lot of the contents are, boring,
Right.
stuffy things like books of trade law and the like.
Duffy? No, that's fascinating. What are you talking about?
Laura, just gonna turn your mic a few degrees. Pinch the thing holding the mic part and
There you
just
go.
twist it until, there you go. That's
Okay.
good.
Sorry.
That's better.
Sorry
That's
about
much,
that.
much better.
That's okay.
Okay, mine is. Where's mine? Where is mine?
That's right there.
Oh god, it's inside. Yeah, it's inside the.
Make a small adjustment.
Ooh, okay.
I think when we move to a cozier setting, if I get my own cameras and equipment and we can do it in someone's living room perhaps, I'm just going to get a Yeti and put it in the middle. A Yeti mic.
Oh, very confused.
So
Okay.
that we're all equidistant from it and it works, and we have like small but HD cameras pointing at people. That'd be nice. If you want to fund that happening,
Sonic, if you're listening.
you can donate to us directly on this PayPal account.
Sonic, if you're listening, you gotta go fast. And you gotta
The Sonic joke comes from the fact that every filming day after we finish shooting this, we go and just
Okay.
to Sonic and get stuff and stuff at Sonic.
If you don't know,
America's drive-through.
the reason it's so important is because Sonic advertises in New York City, but doesn't have any location.
Like Dairy Queen.
And
what
these
the hell
three
is
live in New York
that?
City.
So when we go to New Jersey, you know,
Which is where we are.
a treat.
I'll tell you
Oh
what.
shit,
if
Sonic.
Yeah. So yeah, they like Sonic a lot. Whenever we get together to film this show, we go get Sonic afterwards. So Sonic, if you want to help us, you don't even have to pay us money. Just pay us in hamburgers and cheese sticks. And cheddar peppers.
Hot dogs.
Peppers.
Hot dogs.
Cherry
Hot
lemonade.
And shakes.
Yeah. Oh god, shit.
Sponsor us.
You're very subtle. Has anyone ever told you that?
No,
No, I bet no
we
one's
don't.
ever
We probably
told you
don't garner the attention yet to get sponsored.
No,
and I can
we don't.
accept that.
that. Anyway,
For now.
let's move
Oh
on.
man,
The
those
book.
are delicious
Book.
things. And car hops. Delicious things given to you by car hops.
Books about fascinating things that aren't at all stuffy.
Okay, books about processes, trade law, like dwarven clan trade laws about, you know, the value of certain crafts and hours that dwarven masters recognize, the levels of craftsmanship dwarves assign to different like apprentice, journeyman, master, and so forth, and the worth at the time of each of those, as well as the materials involved, to, like create this complex web of how much dwarven crafts should work back in the old country.
Yeah,
back
do
in-
you see how that's fascinating?
That is fascinating. I'm actually
See?
I'm making that up, and I'm like super. That's actually pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
Um,
I used to be a nerd sometimes.
Specifically, they're like in at least the dwarven books. It's also about laws of selling it within your clan, selling it to another clan, selling it to a clan you are on friendly terms with, selling it to a clan you are on unfriendly terms with, selling it to a non-dwarf, and it's just all these layers of rules. Similarly, the Gnome, the books on just human trade, like history of trade and stuff in the various human civilizations that have cropped up in the region in the wake of the collapse of the Dragon's Eye Empire a couple hundred years back, many hundreds of years back, which was like this big kind of Rome-esque empire in the region that was ruled from the city of Dragon's Eye on the peninsula of Storied Might. Think of it like Dragonborn Rome.
Cool.
That collapsed a long time ago.
Giant dragon pizzas.
Well, there's no tomatoes, but yeah, Dragonborn
yeah.
pizza. I imagine a paste of garlic,
Blood of dragon.
olive oil, and cheese on a flatbread.
Pizza.
Pre-tomato pizza.
Pizza.
Discover the new world. Bring back tomatoes.
It's fine. It's a pizza.
Dragon pizza.
Anyway, we get really easily
We are
distracted by food.
yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's what we do.
One of the things that talk about in some of those trade books are mostly the trade of foodstuffs.
Oh,
Dragon pizza.
dragon.
Dragonborn flatbreads, known for, besides the base paste topping, additional toppings including spicy peppers and things, because Dragonborn like spicy things.
And we could season it with some spooky salt.
Let's not eat
Let's
the
not
spooky
do that.
salt. That is the exact
know what?
opposite of what we want to do.
You know what? If at any point in this campaign, if you want to actually start eating the spooky salt,
No.
We're not gonna eat the spooky. Do we have any left? I thought we.
yes, you still have a lot of it left.
Yeah, we
You
have
bags
a
of spooky-
lot.
You have 3 bags of spooky salt.
How do we get so
From
much
different places.
You dug it out of the ground.
We were going to try to see if we could see more things with it, but then
Oh,
that
yeah.
never happened.
I wonder if
Okay.
there's
So we
somebody
just have
in
it.
And you know,
town that would know anything about it.
considering what you know about what it is, it's probably useful for supernatural purposes.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I investigated all that I could about the spooky salt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know, I should ask.
That sounded like an interesting So you say you found out everything you could.
Well, you could.
That's like when you just hear him go. That doesn't make enough of a sound. There we go.
No.
It's quiet and these dice just drop on the table.
No, fun fact. There are accounts of the creator of Dungeons & Dragons, Gary Gygax, when he was DMing games, that sometimes behind his DM screen, he would just roll dice to see how his players would react to the sound of him doing things.
That's dark.
That's mean.
Yeah, well,
We're not playing right now, so you're not gonna fool us at the moment.
he could be deciding something for the future. You never know.
Yep.
But
Although, look out,
when we're in the middle of something and then you just hear.
look out, Book Golem. No, that's not happening. Not right now.
Anyway, we got super sidetracked.
Yeah,
Super sidetracked, but you're chilling, you're reading these books, you're enthralled. This is a lovely collection.
You're just surrounded by books all around you in your little circle.
Oh
It's
man,
like,
oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I'm gonna take this one.
Gita, what are you doing while Aembron is just pouring over all these books? And are you checking out the ledgers or just the books? Because there are business Bless you.
Excuse me.
Because besides the books themselves, there are also those business ledgers I mentioned. Are you ignoring those, or are you checking those out too?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna poke around in anybody else's business. It's
Okay, fair enough. You're just
rude.
looking at all the other books.
like, okay, that's cool. I'm not gonna.
Gita, what are you up to while she's doing all that?
I'm trying to figure out what's up with the magical items I got and the scales from Eris.
Okay, so you're just perhaps sitting at your father's desk and inspecting them.
Yeah.
All right, well, give me some Arcana checks while you're doing that in the parlor of your parents' home.
D20, right? Plus my Arcana modifier?
Yep.
Yay.
Okay.
I remembered one.
And because you have access to this library, you can roll that with advantage.
Hey!
That means I can roll it twice, right?
Yeah.
Use the better
Thank
result.
God, it's hard to get worse than that. It was a
Don't.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay, 22.
You almost
22.
jinxed it.
It would have been an
It's
8.
hard to get worse than that.
2.
Well, with a 22, you're specifically looking at the spyglass, the necklace, and what else?
And the green feather.
The green feather.
Mostly to see if I can
Identify
use
the
it for
creature?
something
Okay.
and identify it.
Okay. I'm just going to get some books out and look at some things real quick.
Roll
while you
some
look.
dice and
You decipher the green feather belonging to. Let me just find something. That is the wrong thing.
allow me to play you a song while we're waiting. Just kidding.
You actually identify the green feather as not belonging to an avian creature at all. It belongs to it as you're looking through various books that do exist in your father's parlor. You find that you think it belongs to a creature known as a coatl, a kind of dragon-adjacent creature and celestial-adjacent creature that lives in the southern hemisphere of the world. It's like similar. They are giant snakes with massive feathered wings of rainbow hue.
Cool.
Pretty.
And that is what you decipher about that feather.
Oh, okay. Can I use it for anything?
Potentially, it has some latent magical properties you could use towards creating a magic item of some kind.
Okay. Any specific type of magical item? or-
Usually,
whatever.
magic that evokes radiance.
Like brightness?
Yeah, bright lights or damaging searing light or something to that effect.
All right. Well, I'll put that back.
Or
behind my
or spells that deal with protection from evil.
ear. Ooh.
That's useful.
All right. I'm gonna think about that. Okay. How about the spyglass?
The spyglass seems to just be an illusion that superimposes a storm onto whatever you're looking through, but still a very effective spyglass.
But what could it possibly be used for?
A bauble, a bit of entertainment, a ballyhoo.
They gave you a toy.
Yeah. A what?
A ballyhoo.
What is that?
I actually don't know. It was used to describe like things someone was putting in a museum of oddities.
Okay.
Kitschy.
Kitschy. Oh, good.
They
Then
gave you a
again-
kitschy toy.
Then again, it is consistently supernatural in nature, so perhaps if you could disassemble it to its base components, you could do something with those.
I'm gonna do that after I am looking at the scales.
Okay, and the scales, you already know are mermaid scales, but in closer investigation now, you're pretty sure the mermaid scales would be very useful for making items that have to do with illusion or enchantment magic.
Okay, so perfect for
Or
her.
maybe even mild transmutation to helping people survive underwater when they normally can't.
Aw, snap.
But that's only
That's
one
cool.
component of a greater potential whole and would be costly to put something like those together.
Okay.
And as the two of you are doing
Ironically
about
Sonic.
this, and as you're, inspecting the spyglass, perhaps looking in from the opposite end, there is a sharp, poignant cough from the doorway into the parlor.
I turn around. Who's that?
Standing ramrod straight in a rather Spartan, outfit of simple tunic, overcoat, and firm pants, and rather well-polished leather boots, is a middle-aged looking gnome fellow, a bit balding, but still mostly dark hair, standing there with his arms crossed behind his back. Gita, you're home.
Oh, wow.
He says, kind of dismissively. Welcome. Good afternoon, he says, looking down to you, Aembron. Who's your friend?
All right, Dad! I run up to him, but right before I get to him...
Do you run around the desk or you scramble over the desk?
Over, obviously.
Okay.
So I run up to him, but then right before I get to him, I compose myself and reach out my hand.
He takes your hand and shakes it. I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Nobody was.
I'm so glad I'm upstairs and
Well, I've been singing abroad with my friends, Aembron and my other friend Eris, who's resting upstairs. Fibblestead brought her up there earlier.
He nods at that. Well, Aembron, a pleasure to meet you. I'm Dabbledaw Lundor.
Do what? Do what? Dabble-dabble-do. Wow! Dabble-dob.
diddly-do. Okay.
Dabble-dob and his son Fibblestead.
Say it again.
Please tell me you're not laughing in-game.
No.
Okay.
No, that name did catch me off guard, but I assumed that Embroiled would know that their names could be like that. I might have expected it. Anyway, it's lovely to meet you, sir.
Mr. D.
He takes a quick,
Mr. L.
Mr. L.
he takes a quick
Lundor.
stock of the room and looks at what you're actually engrossed in and nods a bit and crosses over to the room to sit at his desk and pull the ledger out that's still on the desk and just begins writing. Please don't let me disturb you.
Two times. So awkward.
And just kind of notices all the items spread out across his desk. Never seen these before. Gita, have you brought these home?
Oh yes, actually I was wondering if you could tell me what they were, or tell me more about them, but I guess not.
Sadly, I could not. Perhaps Bartleby's could. I just had business lunch with them. And I have another meeting later this evening with some out-of-town clients, he explains. Bartleby's is the first name of Old Badger Earthbar.
The guy that owns the big manor.
I got that.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, speaking of business, Mom told me you were missing some receipt. It's probably not that important, but I mean, what was it? What's that?
At the mention of a missing receipt, he kind of visibly stops mid-moving and kind of like this tension pulses through him. Yes, that's a rather unfortunate matter. It was a deposit receipt for a foreign bank. I don't usually do much banking on the material plane, but it was necessary to move some goods.
I'm sweating profusely at this point, I assume.
There's a few things I'll need to take care of. I'm actually going to have to send a runner with a letter with my seal requesting a reissuance of the receipt, along with a few other things. Just a bureaucratic annoyance, he says frustratedly.
Sorry, Dad.
Well, I'm sure after I've gone through all that, it will show up.
I'm sure it will. I'm gonna go to Bartleby's. Aembron, won't you join me?
Yes, I will. Let's go. This book goes on the shelf. Okay. I scratched the hell out of my hand.
Oh, you okay?
Oh, gosh.
What did you scratch on?
My fingernail. I scratched. ass. I scratched my hand.
Oh my lord.
All right.
We quickly and awkwardly leave.
You don't say.
Just like in real life.
Leaving Dabbledob's study, you break back into the hidden gnome town.
I take the items with me.
Yeah, take the items with you. Of course, a few locals saying hi to you in passing, recognizing you as a member of town and a prominent family. And within a few steps away from the building, the town disappears behind you into the existing illusions that protect it as you are racing through the woods back toward the bazaar space. And with that, we're going to take a short break and be right back.
And you should get ready for our bazaar adventure.
Oh my god.
I'll show myself out. It's fine.
Hi,
everybody.
Laura, don't show yourself out. For that, you should stand proud.
Very good, very good.
Okay. What? Are you pulling off the chair? Oh no, I'm fine.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, I've been waiting to use
that was
for like a long time.
Oh man.
What do you call it? It was oh my god, what's that game? The creepy game with the girls.
Oh,
You
Doki
date the-
Doki Literature Club?
There we go.
Oh.
There's some Doki Doki shit right here. Okay, I'm just gonna put my head down for a second.
Okay.
Yep.
Too tired.
Ready to go when you guys are.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Alright.
I love these.
I know, I'm so enamored of these days.
Like candy.
Erica, don't eat them.
No.
Delicious candy-like dice.
They're not Tide Pods.
I was really about to be like, where'd you get this extra D20 from, dumbass? It stands out because the numbers on it are black.
Yeah.
It's a lovely die.
Thank you.
And on the word of death, welcome back.
Oh, we're back? Okay. Sorry.
My friend gave that to me for Icon one year.
Hope you had a wonderful break. We had one as well. Conversating about matters of the plans. I'm sure it'll show up in one of the extra sections later. As you know, these cameras are still rolling and hot. Anyhow, we return to play on the edge of dreams.
What?
Eris,
Yeah?
Oh.
Yeah.
you are quite unconscious right now.
Oh, yes. I am passed the heck out.
All right. You are having a very strange dream.
Yay. Or no. Depends.
You're in the familiar corridors of the Arcanium of Stone's might.
Oh no, it's a school dream.
You're walking with scrolls and books ahead of you, clutched across your hands.
If she was naked, she'd probably be fine in the dream.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, because I'd
have to give a speech in front of the whole
And-
school.
You seem perhaps a bit younger and more awkward than you are now.
Oh.
Nervous and terrified of whatever lies ahead as you course through the oddly darkened halls of the Arcanium. In fact, they don't look like the halls of the academy part of the tower. Rather, the halls of the catacombs.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
And you walk into an open doorway, into what should have been just a mausoleum. Instead, it's arranged like a classroom, with rotting bodies in every seat except one.
Oh my god, am I late for the test?
Everyone is already hunched over, scribbling with quill pens soaked red on parchment as white as dead skin.
Oh, cool.
At the front of the class, a faceless horror of shadows and wispy white robes screeches at you in a language you cannot comprehend but understand as scolding. And you are directed on the end of an ebon, narrow, bony finger toward the empty seat. As the soul-ripping, distant screech reaches your ears.
Does anybody else hear that?
No one reacts. They're all busy working.
They're all dead.
Okay. Oh god, they're all dead.
You situate yourself at the desk, put your books and stuff in a little area beside, and look down at the parchment and the blood-red dipped quill on the desk. Ink pot full of viscera and gore.
Ew, gross.
And on the test, there's only one question.
Okay, what is it?
Oh. Solve for X.
It says, are you alive? Yes or no? And the question mark, the dot of the question mark, is just a splotch, a reaching splotch. Like the ink ran after it was dotted.
What are the other people writing?
Well, they're just...
They got different versions of the test.
Oh, okay.
You know, so nobody
That's true,
cheats.
to keep the cheating to a minimum. Yep.
I'm gonna, okay. Where's the pen?
I don't remember taking philosophy.
Are any of us really alive?
Are any of us?
Is that what you write?
Are any of us ever truly dead?
Well, what do you write?
What does dead mean ever die?
The question begins mounting anxious thoughts in your mind.
Oh.
Distant whispers. And the feeling of the beating of your own heart.
Oh gosh, this is too real. I'm gonna vomit.
The limit does not exist.
What was the question again?
Are you alive, yes or no? As you begin...
Circle one.
You write yes?
I'm gonna start writing yes, and then halfway, no? Question mark?
Well, as you start the loop of the Y and bring it below the text line, the rest of them around you falls silent of scritching and of spooky noises. As the groaning sounds of the dead, skeleton zombies in different states of decay, all turn to look at you with glowing blue or red eyes.
Oh god, my nightmare.
Literally. Y'all cheating. Mind your own papers.
Keep your eyes on your test, or you will be disqualified and have to take it again.
As they're all looking at you, with hunger and murder in the empty sockets of their eyes, lit only by supernatural light, there's a sudden tacking, gently rapping, as you look upon the window where none should be in this underground chamber. And there in the windows into an odd outside, you see a raven, your familiar, tapping on the glass with a stick in its beak.
Amazing.
Sorry, you're gonna have to
It's Carl.
And,
Did you really name him Carl?
and with that, you awaken in the guest room. Kind of look up and see Carl on the outside of the window of the guest room just tapping at it.
Oh my god, that is so annoying when that happens.
I see Carl. I wanted to see what happened. Okay, well. I groggily get up. Open the stupid window.
Hey,
Carl, I was sleeping! What do you want?
we're tossing and turning.
Yeah?
We got some sassy birds.
Yeah,
what the fuck is this? What is this about?
Can't believe I made him this way. Okay.
I put
Why are you here?
You better be careful with that feather, because that probably came from a sassy bird.
Oh, you know, I'm a familiar. I have an empathic link going on where I kind of feel what you're feeling.
You brought him into this world. You can take him back out.
You know how it goes.
Okay, get in here. What?
Well, you can leave the window open.
Okay.
Thank you. Just chilling around, checking out this town.
Find anything good?
He ruffles them out, his feathers. Nothing I could carry off too easily.
Oh. Did you bring me anything?
Yes, my warm personality.
I love you, bird. Okay.
Carl's kind of a dick.
I love him. He's too good. Okay.
He's cocky.
All right,
Anyway,
Carl.
are you okay?
I'm tired.
All right.
I
I'll let you get
was
back to
sleeping,
sleep.
Carl.
Yeah, Carl.
Carl.
I'll let you get back to that.
Okay.
So make sure you're okay. It was getting a weird vibe off of you.
Okay. Was something up?
Like a weird vibe off of you, like you were in distress.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Dreams will do that.
Okay.
All right. Then good looking out, Carl.
No problem. Is there anything you want me to do while you're under?
If you could just look around for anything good, anything that catches your eye, just let me know where it is later.
I think I can do that, he says. And
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
You know.
I know what you mean. He nods with his bobbing bird head, and then hops a few times from leg to leg back towards the window, and then spreading his wings, kind of hurls himself out.
Bye.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Then you're back under.
But yeah.
At the moment,
Wow.
Got that
Damn
bird.
it.
you have no dreams.
Oh.
Good.
That's so sad.
Well, no dreams you can remember. Or at least no dreams that are distressing enough to account for.
Good. I'm really tired.
Meanwhile, back at the forest edge, running into the clearing from the gnome village, Gita and Aembron find themselves again in the bazaar. It is full of various beings, humanoid and not.
Hey, Erica. Continue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's got hair on her bow.
I just described it. It's full of various beings beings, humanoids and not, and assorted stalls. Is the mic still on?
Hang on.
Make sure it's not muted.
It's still fine. How do I check if it's
It
muted?
would say mute at the bottom.
Okay.
Sorry, it just fell off my page.
It happens.
Anyway, well, I'm heading towards Old Badger's house. Earth Bar.
Well, I guess I'm going with you then, because
All right.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
You practically...
Do they have lots of books?
As a merchant, yes. Bartleby's Earth Bar would have a sizable library, you imagine.
Don't worry, they've got lots of books. We continue.
Okay.
Mercantile B part. How many times have I mentioned this character's name? There we go. All right.
Fancy high-tech now.
You lead Aembron through the bazaar. You note the number of people from very far away there, and the number of things you wouldn't usually consider people from very far away there.
Wow, yeah.
More like not people in the humanoid shape sense, things in the that is a horse with wings browsing a fruit stand.
Okay.
I get hungry. Okay. All right.
It's definitely people in the sentient sense, it's just you don't normally see that.
Okay.
There are things from weird places beyond, just chilling here. Many of the ones I described before, some have gone, others have shown up. Most notably, and perhaps momentarily worrying to your sight as you are crossing through this place, there is a large and imposing figure, large literally, towering over the humanoid, sitting literally just kind of, even though it's sitting cross-legged in front of one stall, looking at various Azer wares and works of the flaming dwarf-like creatures. And its body is bright red. It's covered in large spines and scales with two massive red leather bat wings kind of folded out across its back.
No, that's not awesome. That's terrifying.
Curling horns upon its head.
Terrifying.
Just sitting there, snorting every so often.
Terrifying.
And then saying something to the Azer about something being too much. and arguing back and forth.
Let's walk around this.
Wait, is my brother working there right now?
No.
Oh.
There's more than one Azer, but there's a few Azer that have
okay.
business here. Some are glass blowers, some are smiths.
Okay, well, we try to give them a wide berth, I think. However, if we can eavesdrop.
If you want to know what it is, you can easily roll an Arcana check. Or actually, no, because of the sage background, Aembron, I'm going to tell you, you know exactly what that is.
What is it?
That is called a pit fiend. It is one of the greatest class of devils of the 9 hells.
It's too many hells.
Yeah, isn't one enough? Isn't one hell enough?
There's multiple layers of hell.
Damn.
It's like Dante's.
Oh yeah, goddamn.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Wide berth.
Wide berth.
Very wide.
Is there? Can
we turn around? What?
But not without going near them. I don't know how loud they're talking.
Specifically, you know that devils are intrinsically lawful evil. There's this big divide between different types of fiends. Devils are comported by laws and certain rules. Demons are the chaotic, destructive monsters. Both are dangerous in different volumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just not.
Let's not
go near them at all.
Exactly. Very good. Now you're getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, well, we continue.
You go right to the door of the manor. The guards recognize you and let you pass.
Hell yeah.
And one basically knocks ahead for a footman of sorts to go summon the master of the manor. And a gnome butler.
So you're rich people, and you know other rich people? That's crazy. How many rich people are there?
Is this rich? I don't know. God, I hate her right now. Yeah, she'd say that though.
Oh God.
Okay, yeah, continue.
The butler, a gnome butler, runs off into the manor, and in the foyer, which is at least 7 feet tall.
My God, it's huge.
You find yourself faced with descending the stairs on either side of this foyer. A middle-aged rock gnome. You can tell rock gnome as opposed to forest gnome by the particular tinge of skin and some common features, such as the size of their head compared to the rest of their body compared to forest gnomes. Not as lanky, and there's less of an air of whimsy around her than the other gnomes you've seen so far. Telltale sign of rock gnome whose family has spent generations on the material plane rather than the feywild. And a rock gnome in rather masculine robe and tunic, or masculine presenting robe and tunic, but clearly with a feminine figure.
Cool.
Gita, what a pleasant surprise to see you. I thought you were taking a small journey away from home.
This is Bartleby's, right?
Yes.
Okay. Bartleby! Give me a second. I'm thinking about how Gita would actually react. Probably Bartleby! Yeah, it's been kind of a long week, but anyway, regarding that, this is my new friend Aembron.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
She loves books.
That's it. That's really all.
Anyway, so how are you?
I'm well. Have you been to see your parents yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Your father just left my study a short while ago.
Oh yeah, he was saying you were here. Actually, I'm here on personal business. I have these items. I was wondering if you could help me know a bit more about them.
Certainly. Where did you acquire these things? She questions.
Oh, we don't need to talk about that part. It's fine. I might have gone to a party, but don't worry about it. You don't need to tell my dad about it. There's no problem. I was not adventuring. Anyway, you can just take a look at that.
Is she cool? Will she keep that secret?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well then, let's see what you have. Oh, of Dabbledob's children, I've always thought you'd be the most entertaining, and this brings a smile to my face today.
Oh.
Is that a compliment?
Let's take a look.
Would you like to hear a song about it?
No, thank you.
Slowly put that back.
And well, what are you showing here specifically?
The 3 items. The spyglass, the feather, and the scales.
She also agrees that the feather is a coatl feather, very valuable.
Oh.
If it was used in the creation of a magic item, it would account for a significant part of the costs.
Okay, can I inquire as to if they would know, like, what type of item?
Perhaps something that conjures light or protects against darkness or protects one from evil.
Oh, okay. And
perhaps even to a lesser extent, it could be used in the creation of an item meant for flight.
That's just me thinking that's cool.
Identifies the spyglass as some kitsch.
God damn it!
Magical kitsch, but kitsch all the same. It's still also a spyglass, and those are fairly expensive items, even if mundane.
Can I still use it to see farther away?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's still spyglass.
Okay, all right.
It just shows the world locked in a storm.
They gave you a toy.
God damn it. Really? I threw away the frickin' receipt, and then I get this piece of shit.
Looks like you should have got a receipt for that.
Okay, all right.
Any way you can rework that and magic it somehow to look at something else?
Yeah, actually, that's what I was wondering. I asked her about that.
Well, I suppose with some time and resources, you could turn this into something else. Like a magic spyglass that does something useful.
Wow.
Damn.
Do you have a book that might have some sort of information on that?
Sadly, I don't truck much in the formula of creating magic items. I just truck in the finished product if I can.
Well, either way, I would love to show Aembron the library.
Right this way, please.
Yay.
And it is a big library.
Ooh.
It's like travel. It's got to be at least, the shelves are at least 6 feet tall.
So tall.
There's a ladder, a rolling ladder. In the room.
I mean, I would need a ladder in my human height.
Oh, yeah. No, 6 feet. We could reach that.
Yeah, it's like the limits of my reaching.
Here. Anyway.
It's like the limits.
And just a wonderful place to look at stuff and read some things. If you'd like to spend the rest of the afternoon just chilling in this library.
Yeah, sounds good. What kind of stuff does she have?
Their selection is much broader than that of Dabbledob's. There's also fiction in there. There's no Elvish books at all, but they definitely collect Dragonborn poetry, Dwarvish poetry, Gnome and human poetry from different regions, different, yes, history books, but less dry history books, more like embellished histories with illuminations drawn in as well. I think it's a fairly sizable library, even with a small collection of encyclopedia.
Cool.
All right, well, I think I would probably just spend the rest of the afternoon trying to look for a book or something that might be useful.
Okay.
Even though they said there wasn't anything.
Okay. Just give me an investigation check then.
All right.
See if you can find anything of use.
I don't have investigation, so...
Intelligence.
Okay.
With the modifier, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Can I try?
You can try as well.
Please.
What'd you get?
4 plus 2, so that'd be 6.
10 plus 2.
You don't think this is helpful. You say looking at an upside down.
Oh,
Not a good number to get. What about even?
It's not so bad. It was an atlas that was upside down.
Oh boy.
See, you can get confused with that easily. Yes?
I rolled a 10 plus 2.
12?
Yeah.
Nothing that jumps out particularly about the matter
Not
of
been doing too
how
well
to
with this.
make magic items. But you do actually find one bit of information in that as far as planar crafters go, Azer are often sought out for their skill with creating magic items.
So what kind of magic glass? Wait,
What?
obsidian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I still have that.
magic glass.
It's in my pocket.
Yeah?
Oh.
You didn't
We
take
should
it.
discuss this at dinner.
We should.
Yeah.
Or afterwards.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Food first.
So you're just. Bartleby's continues to just hover about the two of you while you're in their library, just making sure everything's all right. And just thanks you for coming to visit. They were very surprised to get this visit today, besides there are business dealings this afternoon and later this evening as well.
All right. Well, I mean, I think it would probably take us the rest of the afternoon, right?
Okay. Well, after that, you can also get the benefits of a short rest from just reading things.
Cool.
Yes.
I need one in real life. I'm
And with-
losing it.
Nap, guys.
And by the time you do get back to the Gnome Village proper, a lot of the various wagons and stalls have packed in and have actually rolled out of the clearing, leaving it mostly barren.
Huh.
There's still a few things set up and that were left unattended, but you searched for later. And you return to the treehouse back in the Gnome Village proper for dinner with the Lundor family.
Ooh.
Gita, you are actually woken up by Oda Lundor to let you know that the dinner service will be on soon.
Who's woken up?
You said
Eris.
Eris.
You are woken up actually by a knock at the door by Oda informing you that the dinner service will be on shortly.
That's not.
Food? Okay. I'll be down. Okay.
All right. You have benefited from a long rest. All your spell slots are restored,
Ooh, okay.
and you are back at max hit points. And you've recovered half any spent hit dice.
Okay.
And with a long rest, I will say you are back on your feet. You are no longer exhausted.
Yay.
Pep in my step. All right.
All right. And you come downstairs to find to find the table being set magically with floating plates and silverware and whatnot. As Dabbledob Lundor, or a gnome you have not yet seen, a middle-aged male gnome with like dark but peppering hair and a big bald spot on it, in Spartan, almost military dress, sitting at the head of the table, tapping a small wand against the table's edge and reading a paper, while these things just move about and place themselves.
Who is doing what now?
There's a middle-aged gnome sitting at this dinner table that Oda is taking a seat at as you come downstairs.
Who's this guy?
And there's a middle-aged gnome man sitting at the head of the table reading a paper. He's wearing military kind of Spartan dress, and he's just tapping what looks like a wand on the table's edge while plates and silverware and things are floating into place.
I'm going to introduce myself to these people. Is everybody back?
No,
You're not back.
Not quite.
You'll be back shortly.
Okay.
You
I'm
must
gonna
deal with this awkward situation
Oh,
by
great,
yourself.
cool.
Have fun.
I'm going to put on my best
Face.
give a shit
Okay.
situation
Okay.
right now.
Go
Okay.
ahead. Do so.
I introduce myself to the gentleman in the room.
All right. Greetings and good afternoon to you, he says, placing down the paper and placing down the wand as the last of the things set the table, including a few covered tureens. And he stands up. I am the master of this house, Dabbledore Lundor. I understand you are a friend of my daughter's. Please, have a seat at our table.
Pleasure to meet
I've
you.
brought in a lower chair to help accommodate your height.
Oh, thank you.
Aw.
Very considerate.
Quite welcome. He offers.
I have manners.
Mhm.
Sometimes.
He offers and then sits. Shortly after you've taken a seat, Fibblestib enters the room in much nicer clothes than he was wearing earlier. They are, these clothes are not overworn by actually working in glass blowing. And a few moments after that, the two of you return to the manor.
I kick open the door. No.
Yeah. Sup, bitches?
Gita's home. She does not do that. All right.
Doesn't she, though?
Dinner is served.
I just come in and go, ooh, dinner's ready, and just sit down. And forget that I'm supposed to help you. I'm sorry.
Oh my
but-
god.
Help her with.
Huh? Like, bring her, show her where to sit, what to do. I just like walk ahead and sit in my chair because I know where I'm supposed to sit.
There are a few empty spaces available.
I'll sit next to Eris.
Wow.
Yay!
Oh, best
You're actually kind of.
You look like you're feeling better.
As you sit in the evenly sized for your chair, you find yourself actually sitting level and eye to eye with Eris, as she's in a very low set chair.
What the hell is this? That's what you look like? This is so weird.
And I look better from right here, right?
Yeah, I don't see all of your chin. Wow, that's your face.
Yeah, isn't that great?
You have a nice face.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
It looks better than just what I see
Yeah,
up
right?
We're just supporting each other.
here. Find anything good? Dudes?
Kind of.
I didn't really find
Not
anything
really.
useful.
Saw some scary shit, so we
Oh.
just avoided that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, where was that?
In the bazaar.
Alright.
It was bizarre.
Anyway, we just sit down and start eating
Okay.
after all this, I guess.
Some courses. It's a multi-course meal with an aristocratic flair, but also the contents of that meal are also, at least to one who's seen the wider world, it's a bit local in fare, like hazelnut soup, a stew that is mostly mostly game meats and wild, and not farmed vegetables, but what vegetables you'd find wild and stuff like that. It's a very simple, straightforward meal, but presented in a fancy way.
Y'all gotta be extra.
I mean, have you met me? Where did I get any of this extraness from?
They
I'm
seem
like an
pretty
uncle
keen
somewhere.
on, you must, because they seem pretty keen on distancing themselves from your extra.
Extra presents itself in different ways.
Yeah, that's true. I think my dad's pretty extra. Not my real dad, my fake dad. He's extra in his own way.
I met him. He's very nice.
He is nice.
Thank you.
But you're right, he is kind of extra in his own way.
Yeah.
The dinner
My own
begins
extra.
among various casual conversation of your mother asking your father, whom I shall note, she sits on the opposite side of the table from, how his day was, and if everything was all right with managing the property and his business with Bartleby's.
And?
What, we're just here eating being
Yeah, what's his answer?
He kind of responds in a non-committal way about having to do some more paperwork and sort matters out with the bank to get a reissuance of the deposit receipt, and his worry about the inconvenience. Eventually, your mother brings up the matter of adventure and almost complains to your father that you have been adventuring.
Oh, this is a complicated situation.
Fibblestib is unfazed by this and is enjoying the meal, and occasionally suggests, try the whole wheat breads. In the
Yes,
basket.
I think I will.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay.
Oh. God damn it.
It's goat butter.
Yummy. I love goats.
Sounds good. We're getting distracted by food again.
I know. We're getting distracted by fictional food. But when your mother raises that as a bit of a complaint, Dabbledob seems to wave it off.
Good.
She's coming into her own in the world. We wanted her to get out there and make a name for herself. A name gets made sometimes in blood, he says rather flatly.
Stops with fork halfway to mouth, like.
At the beginning of this, I'm trying to be uncharacteristically quiet because I just don't want to get in the middle of my mom and dad talking about this. But as he says that, I'm also okay. Quiet, terrified, like, sorry guys.
In fact, Gita, please, if you've accomplished something, I would like to know about it.
Well.
And your brother casually offers, behind a glass of wine, she and her friends returned to town on the back of the Guardian's Owlbear.
That is technically true. And
To which your mother is kind of surprised.
And we did meet the Guardian. He's doing great, by the way, now.
What
And
was he doing
technically we
before?
did-
Your father?
You know, it's not important. It's fine. He's doing great. He's doing great. You should not talk to him for a while though, because he's resting. Just like, don't worry about it. But I went to Southgate. Southgate was awesome. I met this lady. She's like the prettiest lady I've ever seen. She's gigantic. What are you checking?
That smile was so pure, Mike.
I continued to ramble on about the apothecary for a while in hopes of,
God.
Mm-hmm.
1, just I think she's cool, and 2, of derailing the conversation.
And while you're doing that, he's also taking a quiet stock of the two of you. Just kind of gauging you both over.
Yep. I've stopped eating. I can't.
I'm still eating, but I'm.
So, Miss Briarwood and Aembron, I know my daughter's skill set and track of personal growth. What do the two of you do in the field?
Well, technically we were in the forest, not in the field, but oh, okay.
That would just like shoots you this look.
We were out in search of knowledge. A noble pursuit.
Yes, that is exactly what we were doing.
I still really want a noble pursuit.
I'm not asking what you are pursuing, I'm asking what you do. From a professional standpoint in the field of combat. Thief, warriors, spellcasters. I want to know my daughter is thrown in with a competent party of good balance.
I literally knocked over my water. Or I think Erica did. I'm not sure. But I have to pick that up. That's real.
Should I cause a distraction right now?
I was just thinking that.
Should I magic like a glass falling over?
Just magic the fog. The fog is
Yes, I would say that I am well versed in the art of magics.
Both students. Yeah? You're learning how to cast spells?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm more scholarly research.
Yes.
Yes.
We are scholars.
Yep.
Well, perhaps on your next trip home, you could tell me more specifically about the adventures you've had.
Yep, next time.
He says, and takes a large spoonful of the gamey stew.
Sounds great, Dad. It's awesome.
Why did you bring us here? I don't know.
I thought this was gonna go differently.
And then it turns to your father asking your brother after his hobby, with a certain amount of disdain in his voice, of blastcraft.
Like anybody.
Wait, no, actually, before my brother responds, can I just chime in with how I really need his expertise and have a very important
Yes,
question
you
about?
can.
Okay.
What do you say? And he sets down his wine and begins to open his mouth as though to argue with his father about the way he said what he just said. And then you go. Like he's opening his mouth.
I say a thing.
I say a thing.
Okay. Oh, speaking of that, so we actually have this really cool magical item that we wanted you to take a look at.
He pauses. You don't know what they actually want because they didn't talk to you about it.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
So you just handed
Empty all your pockets.
I passed you some bread.
Thank you. Do you have the obsidian thing that you were? Wait, you do.
Oh, here it is.
Keeping it on. I'm just gonna wipe that
It
up.
keeps you warm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to hand this to my brother right now. I'm just saying. All right.
No, you
but- yeah. Aw. Your face, Breena. Okay. Hand it to him.
He takes it.
Yes.
This is definitely magical obsidian glass. And he begins looking it over, looking at it. And he then offers, this is from, he suggests, the elemental plane of fire.
Oh.
That would explain why it's so warm.
This is very impressive to come across. It's rare.
Oh. Does it do anything?
It's just imbued with elemental flame. It can be used to do something eventually in the hands of a master craftsman.
Like
you.
Like you, brother?
I meant like what it can do.
Protect one from extreme heat or extreme cold, or be used to forge a glass dagger.
Oh, wow.
That burns with it when it cuts.
That is very insightful. I would never have known that without you. So...
You're so smart.
Dad.
Dad! No.
See, Dad.
I suppose it's useful after all, he offers, and tucks back into his stew, dipping some of the darker bread into it.
I look my brother in the eye and we give each other a silent high five.
Gnome 5.
No five.
Gnome 1 has to know.
Aww.
I'm calling this arc tentatively Gnome Man's Land.
Oh.
I gotta say, I love that. I love it so much.
Great, it's choice. Choice.
Actually, when we got in here, Greg, who was helping us earlier, we like made some bad pun, and then he was like, "Oh God, there's 4 of you."
Yeah, Greg's not with us right now. He set us up and had to take care of other business. But if you want to have us hire him for more of this, donate or sponsor.
What? There's probably nothing down there because we're at the bottom, right?
You're at the top.
Oh, we're at the
I'm
top. Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. You're correct.
Spatial reasoning.
It's like
Somewhere here.
Anyway, so I also asked my brother if it's possible for him to fashion something out of it, or maybe the Azure that he works for.
I'm honored for you to ask, and I'd actually love the chance to try. I never get the chance to work with such materials.
Oh, yay.
Cool.
Well, what would you like me to try and craft? For bringing me this opportunity, I owe you guys that much. And also the company of your friends. It's been so delightful meeting them, he says. And shoots a glance over to you, Eris.
I don't like this.
I don't like this either.
I love it.
Okay, at any point am I realizing what's happening between these two?
That's up to you. That's up to you to have this moment of realization and describe when you realize it and how you react.
Okay. Can I roll for that?
If you'd like to roll insight.
I would love to.
Is he passing me back the obsidian?
Yes, he is.
Oh God.
Hold on it a little too long.
Okay.
Okay, wait, what am I rolling?
You catch each other's fingers.
Insight. If you don't have insight, you roll wisdom.
It's no modifier. All right.
Well, no modifier is better than an
No modifier.
Oh no.
That's a good one.
13. Respectful.
Oh, especially after the pass off of the stone.
Yeah, come on.
It's rather obvious suddenly. It's like, as your mind just suddenly, as you just begin doing the mental math, I'm just looking at the numbers of events floating around your head as you look back to early
That is
interactions
definitely
in
that
the parlor.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Look, you started it, and you. Oh, this is what's gonna happen now.
I opened the door that no man can close.
This is terrible. I love it.
Yeah, we're really going where no man has gone before.
Oh.
This isn't a Star Trek one. So,
Okay.
Okay, I just whisper "oh no" under my breath.
Oh no.
For the next couple of minutes.
Oh yes.
Oh no. Oh no. No. Not again. Not again.
No.
Okay. No. My face hurts. I'm smiling too hard. I'm too happy. Gotta bring it down a little bit.
Deep in my brother's eyes with panic.
No.
He doesn't seem to.
You don't want none of that.
He just kind of gives a what?
He's a grown man. He can make his own decisions.
Kind of gestures like, we'll talk later.
No.
We should switch seats.
This is very
this is
awkward.
fine.
No.
The rest of dinner passes without significant
Stuck in
incidents.
between this.
There is a dessert course of, in fact, whipped custard
Ooh.
with lemon curd.
Hey, You know our weakness for lemon curd. How
Settle
dare
down,
you.
Sansa.
It's popped in my head because you were talking about it earlier.
It is delicious. So.
It is.
Fair.
And life doesn't give you lemons. You had to make those by crossbreeding different citrus fruits.
That's true. Did you know that thing about
Very
bananas?
good.
Yeah.
Which thing
Okay.
about bananas?
How banana flavoring in candy?
Oh God, that makes me so angry.
I
Like,
know.
can you just use the flavor of a banana that I've actually had? Like, I don't care about ones that I can't taste anymore.
Okay,
Like,
banana
that's-
flavoring.
Freaking,
For candy.
it makes me so angry.
It's from, I think it's the Cavendish banana,
Gros
right?
Michel.
What?
Gros Michel.
Gros Michel? Is that the one that
think
went
so.
extinct?
Yeah.
And maybe the Cavendish is the one right now. I don't know. There's some sort of.
Either that or switch it.
There is a banana that went extinct in like I think the 50s, but we
Yeah,
still
like
use
so
the flavoring
recently.
for the old one, which is why banana flavoring doesn't taste like bananas.
Which is
What the
dumb because anybody under 60 doesn't know what that's like. So why?
How did it go to extinct when they're farming it?
They're very specifically bred.
Ah, okay.
So they only had one strain of this type of banana. So when a disease hit it,
Yeah,
it
because
really
like all
hard.
bananas are
Yeah.
identical or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, have
I
you ever
gotcha.
seen like a wild banana? And it's like there's
Crazy.
very
much
little.
wider
Yeah.
and has huge seeds?
Yeah.
I'm more.
So that's fascinating to me. Let's continue.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
But it's so annoying at the same
No.
time because who cares about extinct banana? Make my
D&D
banana
players think-
flavors.
D&D players can care about extinct bananas because that's world building.
Make my banana flavored stuff taste like bananas I've eaten. That's all I want. That's a simple request, I think.
And if there's any candy producers out there who make modern banana flavored candies and
You
want
sh-
them hawked, talk to us. We're doing a sponsorship drive. We're doing a sponsorship to produce this show. I've been doing this all out of pocket. I do not have money.
Give us yours.
Oh my god.
Or you know,
have
you
a hand
can
in our way.
steal it.
We're like 7 episodes in at this point. I think we
Yeah.
can ask.
Okay. All right. Anyway,
Please.
bananas. I would love to eat bananas. Where I was
Anyway,
going with that. I would
dessert.
like some of this dessert.
Yes, please.
Oh my god, yeah. Can
lemon
we have this in
curd.
like real life, please?
You can find some. That sounds great. With custard and
Lemon curd.
Actually, that.
Like, imagine it in a bowl, and it's like you have like the lemon curd initially in the center,
Stop,
and
stop,
then the
stop,
whipped
stop,
custard around
stop.
it. And you
Oh,
drag
no.
a toothpick through it up and down
Mike.
so it's striped.
Like, please.
Very like sensual. I don't like this.
This is torture. Please stop describing it.
If I remember, I will.
And now the tables of discomfort are turned.
I never did anything to you.
Sorry.
If I remember next time, I will try to make some lemon curd.
Also, I'm sorry if I blew out the mics just.
When I put my hand to my heart because I was so enthralled by the lemon curd, I think I might have hit the mic, so I'm sorry.
Okay. I'll do whatever wizardry I can in post.
Okay. And sourceful it. All right, so we're eating dessert.
You're eating dessert.
Sounds awesome.
It's a delicious dessert. Nothing else significant happens during dinner. Afterwards, your father excuses himself to go back to Bartleby's Earthbar's Manor for the late business meeting with some out-of-town. He says, doesn't describe us some out-of-towners, and recuses himself. But you definitely see, because it's kind of an open floor plan on the first floor, he steps into the parlor and leaves carrying he's carrying both of the Elven script books.
Oh. I mean, not that I could get those anyway, but
Can she read what the titles are for
yes,
those?
I can.
What were they?
They were The Schism, an academic review of the Schism and Fall of the Elves, Eladrin, and Drow, and another one about Elvish fencing.
That's very suspicious.
Can I go to the window and call him Carl?
You can call Carl telepathically when he's within 1 mile of you.
Okay.
Carl!
Flutter. He flaps down.
You see this guy? Follow him. Keep an eye on him.
Can do.
See ya.
Carl's so shady.
Carl's really
And
shady.
as
I
you
would not
do
trust
that,
Carl.
as you send him out the window to do that, you notice in one of these massive trees, looking through the night, are the glowing eyes of Gabby, who coos gently in the night.
Gabby. Who's not shady.
She's sitting on top of a branch, which is above a window on another tree.
Oi, Embron, come here.
What?
It's your bird.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
You don't wanna
I'm gonna say hi. Your big old bird.
You didn't save any treats for your bird?
No.
Wow. What a good pet owner you are.
Yep.
Well,
I should also note, I will also like to actually note a bit of flavor from the time you spent in this town. There have been an inordinate amount of badgers, squirrels, and chipmunks, and small ground mammals.
He's good. He's
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Also,
oh yeah.
you see gnomes seemingly having conversations with them
Yeah,
actively.
that's fair.
That's
Wait,
adorable.
I think
You can naturally just speak to small forest animals.
speak with small animals. I forgot. Where is that? It's here somewhere. Bard College.
That's a college. That's
Speak
a
with
real
small
college.
beasts. Okay, well, I don't need that skill right now.
Okay.
That's good that you reminded me that I have that skill.
Good job.
Thanks. I tried.
Tomorrow, someone's going to be very sad because I can't find their squirrel friend.
Oof.
What?
Make a new squirrel friend. There's plenty of squirrels in the forest.
Is everybody out of the parlor?
Yeah, everyone's out of the parlor at this point.
Okay.
Everyone's like going about their business. Oda's saying she's going
Lasted a
to.
little longer than I thought.
Oda excuses herself after Dabble Dob leaves because she has to meet with the village elders about something, and she puts on her leaf patterned shawl as she leaves.
I want a leaf pattern shawl. Sorry.
And just Fiddlestib just is basically lounging about the home as though he lives there, because he does. And the three of you are left to your own devices.
Oh, shoot, what do we do now?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
The people at the bazaar are gone.
Yeah.
They are?
Packed up for the night. We saw on the way back.
Across your empathic links, does your familiar grant you an empathic link or direct telepathy? I'm just going to look that up real quick.
Me?
Let's see, is there any other information I need to hear? Well,
Oh, is your brother gonna make us something with the
Well, he's looking.
yeah, but not
Certainly
at
looking
night.
at it.
He would be,
definitely want a dagger.
he'd be doing it the next day.
Yeah. And also, he doesn't have the item to start with. You took it back.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, you're going with him to the bazaar tomorrow anyway. Not
Yeah.
that I would know that, but
Dice towers. We have several dice towers. You'll
wait.
get caught up in that.
I was gonna
Dice
put a paper behind it so
towers.
that I could see better. Oh well.
Oh.
Oh, it's HD. It'll show up fairly well.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I mean, I've been at it for several minutes, so.
Yeah.
Under all this, I have a newfound anger towards you.
So yeah, you're alone. You're free to interact.
If I see you even walking close to my brother, even though you're trying to walk by, I just insert myself in the middle.
Oh, you're gonna see it tomorrow.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm going
Have
with
you no shame? You don't need to answer that because I know the answer.
Gita, you wanted to speak with me. Your brother offers, as everyone's getting ready to turn in
did
after
I?
dinner or pursue their own business.
I mean, I already asked him about the thing. Did you?
You wanted to talk to him about this, I imagine. You said we'll talk later.
This.
I think I probably wouldn't talk to him
Okay.
actually. I would
You know what?
probably
Never
just
mind.
stew in my own discomfort. Yeah, basically.
Oh yeah, when your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate telepathically.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
Okay. But after a few minutes, like at least maybe not a few minutes, I'm gonna say at least 40 minutes later.
Okay.
As you're just like lounging about in the manor, unless you're going out to do anything.
Nope.
You just hear panicked cries in your head as your familiar is suddenly screaming in your mind about
Professor X.
big spiders.
Ah!
No.
Okay, wow.
You hear in your mind just big spiders, really big spiders. I am uncomfortable with really big spiders. As you hear, looks like your familiar closing in, and a few moments later, hear sudden tapping on nearby glass.
Huh, I wonder what that is.
Out of game question.
Yes.
Speak with small beasts. Does that include insects and spiders?
I don't think this is going to be a small
Depends on the kind.
Oh no.
Bees, can I?
I don't know. Are you there yet?
All right. Well, I assume we're all kind of hanging out in the same.
Yeah, but you just
Room.
hear. You don't hear.
No,
any
I
of
don't know what's going on yet. I'm just for reference in the future.
Okay.
in the scene.
Plotting.
Okay.
Huh?
Plotting. Okay. Where's a window? Where's the window? What?
It's right-
What?
You open the window, and your familiar just flies in.
Whoa.
And flies underneath the desk in the parlor.
Nope.
Please tell me you close the window right after him.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
And his little crow body's just kind of shaking.
Coral. No.
Stop! Stop shaking! Stop shaking! Stop! He puts a wing up. Stop shaking me.
Bitch.
Are we calm?
I didn't teach
I'm
you
calm.
these words.
Are we calm?
Carl's a little
down?
asshole.
I'm calm. I'm good.
Okay. What?
Okay. I trailed the guy over to the manor like you asked. The talking bird says in front of you. And then it's totally cool. He's just like a dude going into a mansion, having a meeting, and while they're chatting, the moon is blotted out for a second. And
That's not good.
I'm weirded out. I thought passing cloud cover. But then, sharp legs, like the size of small trees, just kind of drop into the clearing around me.
Nah.
And I look up, and it's the biggest darn spider I ever seen, with a trail of silver line coming out its butt straight up into the sky. And coming down lines from each of the legs are these dudes in really kind of subtle but well-polished armor. Just really thin, tight, form-fitting armor that just got down and walked right into the manor.
What is
Who's manor?
Bartleby's manor.
What?
And there's like these two biggest spiders I've ever seen in my life.
Oh God.
I think on their big-ass, spindly, super big legs, they are taller than the manor.
Okay.
And they're just kind of waiting out there in the clearing.
Oh God.
Can we understand him?
He's
Okay.
he's
I don't know
a
if
bird.
this is like telepathic or something.
It's a long-standing tradition in D&D for raven familiars to actually speak common.
Okay.
And I'm not sure off the top of my head entirely, and I'm pretty sure if I read it, it would say otherwise, but they don't in 5th edition, but screw it, raven familiars speak. Raven familiars speak.
This is a hill he wants to die on. You let him.
Caw,
Caw,
motherfucker.
Bravo.
Spider.
Would I know what the hell this is, or would I be as
That sounds something like you've never heard about happening before.
Okay, it's.
That is beyond any depth you've imagined off the top of your head, but please, you can roll Arcana
I will.
Can all of us roll Arcana?
if you want to.
And also, is Fibbleston still
17
home?
plus 4.
Fibblestib is still home.
Okay, and he's the eldest one that's home right now, right?
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay, wait. Sorry, what am I doing? Arcana.
You can roll Arcana.
Okay. Ooh.
19 plus 4.
23.
Nice. I got a 21. We all have it. I know. I remember that.
You don't know shit. You're kind of worried about your bird.
I'm just like.
The two of you
You're just
know.
like spiders.
The two of you know that spiders that stand on 15-foot high legs, as far as even supernatural creatures, are even unheard of to you. You don't think you've ever heard anything about it. The largest spiders you can think of are these massive stone tarantulas in the Far East, but they're not that big. The closest local equivalent would be something called a phase spider, which is a spider that literally phases between planes and mostly builds webs on the ethereal.
What?
But these sound bigger than that. Oh yeah, that's a thing that exists.
No,
Spiders-
never mind.
That's a thing that exists in D&D. Spiders that walk through the plane of ghosts just above the mortal world and can see into the mortal world, and just are huge spiders that can at will just slide between that and the real world, perhaps take something with them.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
I'm
No,
like.
I'm arachnophobic. I'm super no thank you about this. I can't-
Anyway, I'm about to nope out of this game. I'm telling you right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, I think your family friend might be dead. Because we're not. No.
Could you just? Nope. I'm getting Fibblestib. I run up to Fibblestib and be like,
What do you say to Fibblestib as he's just sitting in his room?
Oh, I hope I
Actually-
knocked first.
He's just kind of sitting in his room reading something or other. One of his own books.
I barge in.
What do you say as you barge?
Spiders! Giant
Pauses.
spiders, really big spiders. I'm sorry if I'm blowing out the mic.
Giant spiders? He says, worried. Sister,
Really
what
big
are you
spiders.
talking about?
Is that normal? Is that normal? Does that happen?
It's not normal.
No, I don't. What?
Just come here.
Okay, he comes here.
I drag him downstairs.
Okay.
Bird, say the thing that you said to us.
Uh,
Carl! Carl!
He re-describes the giant spiders descending upon the clearing of the bazaar.
Wait, can we see that from where we are? Like if we look out
No,
the
it's
window?
through the forest.
Oh.
There's a lot of cover.
I don't want to leave the house.
No, I was wondering if like it was visible from a distance. Like
Okay.
look,
Well,
like
Yeah. Oh,
Well-
okay.
Would it be visible from a distance? Maybe on top of the tree.
Over there.
And so
Thank you.
describes these spiders and these figures going into Bartleby's manor. And your brother at first is like, that's concerning.
oh my god, I'm
Also,
ancient.
who are you, bird, and why are you telling us this?
This is Carl. That doesn't matter right now. What's going on?
This is my friend. This is Carl.
It's Carl. He's
a good
fine.
boy.
He's kind of a dick, but don't worry about it. I don't say that. I don't think you would say that. But anyway. So what do we do? I asked Kibblestib.
I am a glass blower. I am a little out of my depth. I am scared at this notion of large spiders and people riding large spiders.
I should ask you, adventurer, what should we do?
Where's Dad?
There!
Yeah,
Oh!
that's a problem.
That's where he said he was going after dinner.
Y'all don't listen. You really just went,
Yeah? This is a sound I make now.
He just pinches the bridge of his nose, and Mother is with the village elders. Oh my. I'm worried. What do we do? You guys killed an evil freaking druid. What do you do?
how does he...
And also now Fibbleston clearly talks back to you about the adventure you did not tell him about.
Yeah, what's that about?
Oh, you little bitch.
Wait a second.
So yeah.
We don't have time for this.
Okay.
We'll scold you later.
I don't have time for this right now. Okay, so let's just. Well, I don't want to go. Wait, can you see through your owl's eyes if you like send the owl?
Can I do that?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Dang it. Okay. Okay. Well, that's what Gita's doing, and also what I'm doing in my head.
I don't know.
I just want to go in the basement and stay there, but you know, I guess my family's in danger, so I should probably try to do something. Oh wait, I have no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go either.
I mean, you are a coward. You're playing the type.
God. I don't want to go anyway. Okay,
Should we like try and rally a village posse or something?
I mean, I guess.
Is that the right thing? What? You said people came out the spiders and went into the manor.
Holy shit.
Yeah, says Carl.
Oh, they went into the manor.
Dad said he was meeting with out-of-towners.
Okay, let's go. We
Do my
have
parents?
to take a look. We have to take a look.
Do my parents have any like cool weapons I could just like take from our armory or something? I guess
Not
I have
so much
weapons.
an armory, but your father keeps his weapon of choice somewhere in this house from when he was an adventurer.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do I know where it is? Can I get it?
Yes, in fact, it is on a hook over the door of his study, but you can never reach it.
If only we had someone tall.
Can I wield it?
It
like, can I?
is a gnomish hook hammer, and I don't know if any of you, I think you might be proficient as someone with martial weapon proficiency. I'm not sure what the
Oh shit, yeah, I do have that.
What are you proficient in as far as weapons go?
Simple weapons, martial weapons.
All right, and Gita?
Where is that?
I put it
Simple
here.
weapons, small things. That's it.
I could have sworn you got more.
Oh, it's okay. I have some
Okay.
cuff. Thank you.
I could have sworn you got more proficiency because you also got a rapier you were proficient with.
Yeah,
I
you
do,
wrote
but
that in parentheses.
yeah, rapier. I have a
Oh, yeah.
rapier and I have a light battle axe and a dagger.
Okay.
But I would like a long distance weapon. Oh!
Oh no, no.
Sorry. We'll get there. What were you saying? Sorry.
That's it. That's your father's hook hammer from when he was an adventurer.
Can you grab that, please?
Yes, I can.
It's like a hammer. It's like a
can I
pole arm
hold it?
hammer. Yeah, you can hold it.
I don't know how to
It is
use
a dex weapon.
I don't know
If
how to
you're-
use it, do I?
No, you're not proficient with it, so you just be making dex checks to attack with it.
Can
And
you
you
use
don't know what
this?
it does.
Yeah, I can use that.
This is passed down through generations. Okay. I think we have to go. After you.
No, by all means, you go first.
No, please,
You know the way around here best. We're gonna have to follow you.
Stibby. Ew.
I'm saying again, Dad said he was meeting with people from out of town. Maybe we're just blowing this up because we're scared of spiders.
Oh.
That could be it.
Carl, did they look like they were...
That does seem like an awfully dramatic entrance, however.
Yeah.
Carl, you
They were wearing
bullshitting us
armor,
right now.
though. They were wearing armor. We have to at least go
They had like a
investigate.
battle spider, like.
Okay,
They
wait.
didn't charge in, they just entered.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
They were wearing armor, though.
Yeah, they slid down, they're wearing armor, their like heads and faces and bodies were completely concealed in this armor, which was weird. And it doesn't look like any armor I've seen before. And just walked in 2 neat lines.
Oh God.
6 of
Carl, were you embellishing, you?
I am not
You bad
don't
bird.
believe me. You know what? You don't believe me? He looks to Fibbleston. Is there roof access here? He says, yes, there's a door into the top of the canopy. Come on. And he flaps up the stairs.
I follow the bird.
All right, let's go.
He goes up on top, and he points out in the direction of the clearing. And, oh, hey, those are clearly giant spiders. You can see even 300 yards away in the pale moonlight, with threads coming out of their back, just hanging from the sky.
Are they moving?
No, they just kind of standing there, swaying or twitching occasionally.
Okay.
They're like very large, compared to their legs though, their bodies are kind of small.
How does a daddy long legs?
Ugh.
And as
Who named you Daddy Long Legs?
as you are observing that, we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, God. Hope you have nightmares, because I'm going to.
I'm not.
Okay, spiders.
We'll be
After
back.
you, then.
We'll see you again in 2 weeks. Thank you for joining us tonight on Dansu and Dragons. I think that episode ran a little long.
Yeah, a little bit.
And we'll be back with the next episode shortly. See you soon.
Bye. Bye. I need somebody. Help. Anybody.